Hey there, Dale.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning and happy Tuesday to you.
Yes, it is. It is another happy Tuesday.
All right. We are getting so close to the end of February. That means we're going to have our first Tuesday of the month, our credit education seminar, Tuesday, March 5th, 5 o'clock p.m., online, in person. We're going to be talking about rates today. The best way to get the best interest rate in the market is through your credit score. So really, come learn.
And then the first time homebuyer seminar, the third Tuesday of the month, March 19th, 5 o'clock at the office, downtown Jackson, Main Street, live and in person.
All right. And then we have the I Will Wait for Spring special. Guys, we got today the 27th, tomorrow the 28th, and then Thursday the 29th. That is it. So if you have any buyers that have been sitting on the fence, they have 3 days to get in on this and have a free appraisal at close of escrow. So if you know anybody who's been vacillating back and forth, it is time. It is absolutely time. This appraisal is good for all of 2024, but you have to be pre-approved in February in order to get this done. So, hope you can utilize it. Dale, why are rates almost at 7% again? What did you do?
What did I do? Yes, I single-handedly made them go up. Honestly, I don't really think there's a bona fide reason for it other than the market instability. We have a lot of rates are supposed to come down, but they haven't. The market is really unsure how to read what's going on in our economy right now. Inflation's going back up a little bit, so they're hedging their bets. And what they don't want to do is they don't want to make a whole bunch of loans at 6.5, and 2 months from now, inflation has gone up so much that they're actually losing money on their rate. So they're hedging their bets, and rates are back up a little bit.
Yeah, and it is worth mentioning that even in this entire year frame that we are looking at right here, the federal funds rate has not changed from 5.5 to anywhere else. So all this fluctuation is exactly what you said, Dale, hedging their bets. So let's give a state of the rate address right now. And I want to read a couple of things from some Fed chairs. Patrick Harker, Philadelphia Fed president, who is currently not a voting member. Interesting enough. He made some comments yesterday, and he said that it would likely be appropriate to cut rates this year. But he stressed that the near term is unlikely. Thank you so much, Patrick Harker. That was very good. What is the near term? I don't know. How about Fed Governor Christopher Waller? Also, he spoke yesterday in a speech titled, "What's the Rush?" He says he likes the fact that inflation is coming down, but he doesn't know if January inflation numbers were just a speed bump. What's the rush? I don't know. What could be the rush?
Well, when you make the kind of money those people do, they're not in any rush, right?
There, got it. It makes sense. So, I mean, it is frustrating. It's not a little frustrating. It's very frustrating because what we understand are two things. Dale, where's the market at right now?
Well, still very low inventory, and we've got appreciation that's still continuing to go up, and the high rates, they just aren't helping. The higher rates is a lot of causing the low inventory because people aren't going to buy houses. Rates continue to, I mean, people will buy houses, but not the numbers that we're used to seeing.
Yeah, and it just absolutely makes sense. Supply and demand, rates are high, so there's not a lot of demand to sell your house, but at the same time, people need to buy a house. People get older, they have kids, people pass away. Houses have to move at some point regardless of the market, and it's causing an affordability crisis. And it's only to get worse. It's only to get worse. When rates drop, we will see prices rise. We have to, because there's a huge amount of demand out there. People need to buy homes. There is no choice on some things. I got a growing family of 4. We're out of space in our current place. We're going to need to buy a house at some point to accommodate our growth. So that brings up a down payment assistance program that we offer here at Homestead Mortgage. It's a down payment assistance called a silent second. You can have the money you would need for a down payment, 3%, 3.5%, and you could even wrap in some closing costs into this, and it will be put into the background where you're not actually paying it on your monthly. So this does two things. One, it gets you the down payment you need, and it gives you a very competitive interest rate, as the rest of the market has, without raising your debt to income ratio. That's critical right there. Your debt to income ratio is not affected for this. Now, Dale, I gotta ask you, it's a devil's advocate question. We keep banking on this phrase right here, rates dropping. What if rates don't drop?
Well, let's hope that they will, and they will. Whether it's 6 months from now or 6 years from now, they will. But in our perspective, even if rates don't drop, I think we will see house prices continue to rise. Maybe not like they would if rates were to suddenly drop, but they certainly will still hold their value. And a lot of that goes back to 2, 3, 4 years ago. People refinanced into low, very low interest rates. So if they can't sell, that's okay. They don't need to, because they have a very affordable payment. So people are going to get what they want for their house, period.
Yeah, and this affordability crisis either way is going to get worse. So our advice is now is the time to buy. Why? Well, because if rates drop, you can secure the price of your house now and refinance with a lower rate. If rates do rise, you can secure the price of your house now and you can secure your interest rate now. So that way you don't suffer later on when you do try to buy a house in an even worse situation. So now is the time to buy. It really, financially, it's the most sensible thing to do. So, all right. That wraps it up for today. Thank you so much, Dale. I appreciate your time.
Have a great and wonderful day.
All right. You as well. Take care.